I hope you enjoy these collective stories and dreams had by real people. Stay tuned and let's get started. When I was 12, I had a dream in two parts, spread over 2 nights. On the first night, I was walking aimlessly through the desert, and my mother showed up out of nowhere. She desperately wanted to tell me something. She said, "This is a dream. Please, open your eyes and wake up." So I did. I closed my eyes, and when I opened them, I was awake, but completely confused. On the second night, I was walking through the same desert, but my mother was nowhere to be seen. Then I remember what she told me, so I tried to wake up. I closed my eyes, and when I opened them, I found myself on a rack in a medieval prison being tortured by some sort of monsters. There were a lot of people in that prison, and they were all just as terrified as I was. The monsters looked at me with shock in their eyes and said something went wrong. This wasn't supposed to happen. They told me to go back to the dream, so I tried and tried, but I couldn't do it. The longer it took, the more terrified they became. And eventually, I closed my eyes and woke up in my bedroom. Psycho Troll Doll. When I was 4, I had a dream I was being chased through my school by a knife-wielding troll doll. He was about 6 foot tall, and he put a knife against my mother's neck and proceeded to laughing menacingly through the hallways. And he slit her throat and held her severed head by his left hand, and her dilapidated body was twitching on the ground. He dropped her head and started chasing me. I turned and ran as fast as I could. I felt his arm grasp my ankle, and then I woke up. The dirty mattress. In the dream I had, I was walking until I spotted a haunted house. A bunch of people were going inside, so I went inside as well, not thinking much of it. The house felt really eerie, and I heard someone groaning. So I did what any logical person would do in that situation and followed the noise. So I followed the sound and found the room where the noise was coming from. Inside, I found my girlfriend lying on the dirty mattress, and her hands and feet were chained to the floor. I wanted to go help her and ask her what the fuck happened, but as I approached the floor, something slammed against the door and broke it open, and a dark mass engulfed me. When I could see again, my girlfriend was gone, and I was now the one chained onto the mattress. And somehow, I knew the only way for me to be free, and free myself from the entity in the room, was if I could trick someone into taking my place. Evil Grandmother. When I was 10, I had a dream that I was in hell, and my grandmother was the devil. She had me on an operation table and was cutting me open with a big knife. And all her old lady buddies came in to join the fun. They took out my heart, then proceeded to taking out my intestines. And they were squishing them and laughing so horridly. Then I looked over and saw my dad on the other operating table. He was getting his brain removed from his skull. He opened his eyes, which were completely white, and started screaming. Killer paintings. I had a dream once where I was in a house with my family. My uncle asked me to come over with him. He led me to another room where there were bizarre paintings of dead people everywhere. All of a sudden, I realized the people in the frames were my family members. I ran back to the other room, and I found an entire family, my entire family, lying dead in the exact same poses as in the paintings. I turned around and my uncle was standing there, holding a picture of him and me. He had a saw in one hand and my severed head in the other.